Hello, everybody. My name is Roy Nemmer of Mundo Albiceleste.com, and welcome to another video. And this time around, we are going to talk about Argentina's 2022 preliminary list for the World Cup. There are some surprises. We are going to talk about them. What are the chances that they get called up to the final squad, to the final team for Qatar, as well as the 2018 team. And we're going to compare 2022 to 2018, who made it, who didn't, and we are going to talk about a lot of stuff. So let's get to it. Now, normally it's a 35-man preliminary list for the World Cup. However, for 2022, teams can go up to 50 names. Yes, 50 names for the World Cup, and that will ultimately be cut down to 26. It's usually 23 names, the final squad. This year, 26. So the AFA sent their list of players over to FIFA, and they are not obliged to release it. However, it has been leaked. And Lionel Scaloni has not called up 50 names, no, but he has called up 45 names. And those 45 names being Emiliano Martinez, Geronimo Rulli, Franco Armani, Juan Musso, Agustin Marchesin, Agustin Rossi, Nahuel Molina, Gonzalo Montiel, Christian Romero, Germán Pasella, Nicolas Otamendi, Lisandro Martinez, Marcos Acuna, Nicolas Tagliafico, Juan Foyth, Facundo Medina, Nehuen Perez, Lucas Martinez Cuarta, Marcos Senesi, Rodrigo De Paul, Leandro Paredes, Giovanni Lo Celso, Alexis McAllister, Guido Rodriguez, Alejandro Papu Gomez, Enzo Fernandez, Ezequiel Palacios, Thiago Almada, Nicolas Dominguez, Lucas Ocampos, Lionel Messi, Maximiliano Mesa, Lautaro Martinez, Ángel Di María, Julián Álvarez, Paulo Dybala, Nicolas González, Ángel Correa, Joaquín Correa, Giovanni Simeoni, Emiliano Buendia, Lucas Alario, Alejandro Garnacho, Matias Sule, and Roberto Pereira. A big name, a big list name there by Lionel Scaloni, and 45 names that will be cut down to 26, and the final list has to be submitted by November 14. So November 14 is the deadline. And if we compare this list to 2018, 12 players that made the preliminary list in 2018 also made the preliminary list this time. So let's take a look at the preliminary list in 2018 and the names that made it in 2018 and made it in 2022. In 2018, we had Sergio Romero, Willy Caballero, Nahuel Guzman, and Franco Armani as the goalkeepers. Defenders, Eduardo Salvio. Yes, he was considered a defender on the list. Gabriel Mercado, Nicolas Otamendi, Javier Mascherano, Germán Pasella, Federico Pasio, Marcos Rojo, Nicolas Tagliafico, Ramiro Funes Mori, Marcos Acuna, Christian Ansaldi, Manuel Lanzini, Ricardo Centurion, Maxi Mesa, Lucas Biglia, Guido Pizarro, Enzo Perez, Ever Banega, Gio Lo Celso, Leandro Paredes, Rodrigo Battaglia, Ángel Di María, Christian Pavón, Pablo Pérez, Paulo Dybala, Diego Perotti, Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero, Gonzalo Higuaín, Mauro Icardi, and Lautaro Martinez. Now, of those list of players from the 2018 preliminary list, 12 of them have made the preliminary list in 2022. Those 12 being Franco Armani, Nicolas Otamendi, Germán Pasella, Nicolas Tagliafico, Marcos Acuna, Gio Lo Celso, Leandro Paredes, Maxi Mesa, Ángel Di María, Paulo Dybala, Lionel Messi, and Lautaro Martinez. So those 12 players were part of the preliminary list in 2018 and also made the preliminary list in 2022. And looking at it really quickly, chances are someone like Maxi Mesa will not make the cut in 2022. But let's stick to this year. All right, that was just to give you a little bit of an idea of how different the two lists are over a span of 4 years. Now, talking about this list, we went through the 45 names, and there are some surprises in there, beginning with the likes of Agustin Rossi, Rossi is the goalkeeper for Boca Juniors, and in my opinion, a very, very well-deserved call-up for him. Is he going to make the cut for Qatar? Probably not. But is he definitely one for the future? Maybe after Franco Armani steps aside from the national team, can he become the local-based goalkeeper for Argentina? In all likelihood, yes, he can. He's talented. He's very good. He's an excellent shot stopper, especially when it comes to penalty kicks. He was called up to the national team in 2021 when Armani was injured, and he replaced Armani in the squad. He did not play. It was a match against Bolivia, a World Cup qualifier, but Rossi was there. Now, let me know, would you take Rossi for the World Cup? And if yes, in place of who? Let me know in the comments down below. Would I take him? Yes, I would. I would probably take him, believe it or not, instead of Geronimo Rulli. And I'm not going to get into it. We'll discuss it when the final list comes out. We'll break everything down and talk about that. But I would take him either instead of Rulli or instead of Franco Armani. Now, let me know, like I said, if you would pick him or not. And the other surprise inclusion is Maxi Meza. And Maxi Meza plays in Mexico, played in 2018. Jorge Sampaoli appeared to really like him, and he played. Did not have a great showing. We spoke about this in the previous video. No one really played very, very well in 2018. It was just a big mess. But Maxi Meza finds himself in the preliminary list. Now, Lionel Scaloni was part of the coaching staff in 2018, and he does know Maxi Meza. So that could be why Meza has found himself in the list of 45 players. The next name is Alejandro Garnacho, and I have an entire video dedicated to Garnacho. I'm going to put the link down below if you want to see how his progression has been in the past year. Absolutely incredible. I still think he is one for the future. I don't think he's going to make the cut for the World Cup. Let me know if you would take him, and if yes, in place of who. That would be very interesting to know if you would take Garnacho or not. I'm kind of on the fence. I would take him just for his explosiveness on the off the bench, his raw talent. But at the same time, if I were to take him, I don't know who I would, who would I pick him over? I don't know. But let me know if you would take Garnacho or not. Like I said, there's a full video about him. It's down below. Check it out if you haven't already. And the next name is Matias Soulé of Juventus. Another surprise inclusion, another youngster, just like Garnacho. And both Garnacho and Soulé were called up to the national team earlier this year in March by Scaloni. They ended up training with the team and would go on to play for the under-20 team, coached by Javier Mascherano. And Soulé, part of the Juventus team, and he's gotten some minutes this season for Juventus, as opposed to Garnacho. Garnacho this season has spent most of his time with Manchester United's youth team. Soulé, most of his time has been with the main team of Juventus. So let me know, just like Garnacho and just like Maxi Meza and Agustin Rossi, would you take Soulé for the World Cup? And if yes, in place of who? And another name, another surprise name is Roberto Pereira. And Pereira is one that, he has represented Argentina in the past. The last time he represented Argentina was the 2-2 draw against Germany in 2019. And he hasn't really been selected ever since. And that was the last match that he played for Argentina. I'm kind of surprised that he got selected. Just because I did not think he was still on the radar for Scaloni and the coaching staff. But, if he's there, congratulations to him. In all likelihood, probably will not make it, in my opinion. But let me know if you would take him. Let me know in the comments. Would you take Roberto Pereira or not? And there's a couple of other names in there. Emiliano Buendia, Giovanni Simeone. And Buendia this time around, in my opinion, warranted an inclusion for the World Cup. Not to say he's not talented, and not to say that he cannot turn it around this season, because I absolutely think he can and he will. But I don't see him making it to the World Cup. Giovanni Simeone is a very interesting one. He has not been playing too bad for Napoli this season. Scored some goals, and he's a number 9. He is a number 9. I know a lot of people talk about Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez, and a lot of people say, well, why not pick someone like Giovanni Simeone over Joaquin Correa? So let me know, would you take Simeone over Correa, or would you take Simeone period to the World Cup? Definitely let me know. I always love reading your comments and your opinions. So this was the preliminary list for Argentina. Was there a name in there that you were surprised to see? Was there a name that you were kind of hoping to see that, you know, did not make it, for example? And once more, I mean, we're at 45 names. This is going to be cut down to 26 names. We're at 45. It's going to be down to 26. So a lot of names are going to be cut. In all likelihood, you know, Sule, Garnacho will probably not make it. So there's a couple of names there, but Scaloni will not have it easy in terms of trimming it down to 26. And let me know, what do you think will the 26 look like? Who do you think misses out? Let me know in the comments. And once the 26 is out, trust me, we're going to do videos about them, the players who made it, the players who did not make it. We're going to talk about everyone and every single thing. But I kind of wanted to talk about, you know, the preliminary list in 2022, compare it to 2018 and the names that made it in 2018 and made it this time around as well. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to never miss a thing, and hit that notifications button to be the first person notified as soon as a new video drops. Once more, my name is Roy Nemmer of Mundo Albiceleste.com, and thank you for watching.